Hey guys, what's up? My name is Art, and this is another video. Um, I don't have a very, first things first, I don't have a very regular schedule for my videos. It's basically whenever I feel like doing one. Some channels, they say, okay, we're going to do this video every Monday or Friday or 3 times a week, or some people try to do one every day. I just do one when I feel like it. Sometimes it could range from 10 minutes to sometimes a half an hour, depends on what I'm talking about. I talk about a variety of things. Um, One of the things I do want to do another DUI style video again about something about alcohol or AA or something like that. I kind of do want to do one of those again. I'm thinking about before I do that, um, I'm gonna visit AA for a couple times before I get to that video. Thinking about it, probably won't. Just thinking about it. Um, Of course, I'm gonna do a comic book review sometime. This Saturday. Is it this Saturday? Hold on. Is it this Saturday? Yes, this Saturday is a small comic book convention in which there's some artists there that I might want something signed from. So I gotta scour my catalogs and stuff like that to see if I can find something for them to sign. Hopefully they don't charge any money. I plan on seeing a famous wrestler named Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Good goodness. Plan on seeing him plan on getting his autograph and a picture, and that'll be it for that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe do a little shopping, and after that, I'm done. Done until the Motor City Comic Con. I am. Well, actually, I was thinking about going to somewhere in March, to a little small convention in March. Still thinking about it. Don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Don't know. We'll find out later. Um, one of the thing I will. One of the things that me and another person, Dynamite Kid 100, one of my best buds, we talk about working out and fitness. Sometimes we do. Now, here's the thing. I consider myself a fat man. I say I'm fat, but I'm also fit. So I call myself fitty fat or fatty fit because if you look at this is the only thing that's I got a big stomach, but my arms are pretty. My arms are pretty, solid, and my legs are pretty solid. So I'm kind of like a thick guy. So I call myself fitty fat or fatty fit, whatever. I'm kind of fit, but I'm also fat. So that's what I consider myself. So what happened was is that the last time I worked out was around Christmas time, and because what happened, my shoulder was hurting. Right about this area, right here, probably where the rotator cuff is, somewhere around this area. I get intense pain. So much pain that it's hard for me. I mean, I have range of motion, no problem, but I'm in pain as this range of motion goes. So of course that's affect a lot of things I do. As long as I don't do a lot of certain jerky movements, I'm fine. But a lot of times if I work out, the heavier I go, the more intense I do it, the more it aggravates it. So what happened was I was balls to the wall. My intensity was so off the wall crazy. This was burning me every day. So I was taking this spray I was spraying this thing when I got up to go to work. When I got home for work, I was spraying it. Before I went to the gym, I sprayed it. After I took my shower, after the gym, I sprayed it because it was bugging the crap out of me. Years ago, I went to a doctor about this. The doctor was like, well, unless it's broken, we're not going to really do an MRI. But we'll do an x-ray. Oh, guess what? The x-ray didn't show anything. Of course the x-ray didn't show anything. But the MRI would have showed you something. It's probably a it's probably a, not a torn muscle, but like an inflamed muscle, whatever. But the thing is, until I get to that point, the doctor ain't going to do it because of insurance purposes. And I'm like, okay, fine. Well, because I know for a fact that my insurance company loves to charge me extra money. So I had to pay, you know, different doctors. So I had to pay them like $100 before I'm caught up with everything. I think I'm caught up with my dentist, but this other doctor I had to pay him like $100 some. So then what happened was I said, so this weekend I worked out. This part right here, right around my elbow is right here. This is intense pain right now. Now you might say, well, you're doing this, you're not in pain because I'm not. It's just not just being stretched out, not being forced, not really being used. Just I'm using it, but it's not being used. So yesterday I was working out on my chest, doing this. Of course, when you do your chest, stand up. At first I used to use barbells, which aggravated this a lot. So I'm starting to use machines. Starting to use machines so that way it won't do so much stress. So I'm going like this. As you can see right here, as you see my chest going up like that. This right here was turning and churning, burning hot. I was like, oh my goodness. So I was doing these cable over flies like this. At first I started off with like 50 pounds. Everything was going good. I'm like, okay, cool. Not a problem. Did about 20 or so reps with that. Then I said, okay, let me kick it up to 70, which I usually do. And I started going. Then actually all of a sudden this thing started flaring up more. Had to cut that short. I said, cut it short. Take a shower. Go home. Don't want to be sidelined 2 more months. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning not to go overboard. That sounded like Shatner for a second. But anyway, because I don't want to be sidelined more. So right now I'm thinking about going to the gym tonight. But maybe I want to rest this up a little bit more because like this morning when I woke up, this was intense. Oh, like oh gosh, because probably I was laying down like this. I notice I'm like this a lot sometimes, laying down. I'm laying down like this, and it's like burning. So I was like, okay, maybe I had to figure out a new way how to sleep. Maybe I just sleep with my stuff outstretched like this or something. I don't know. But why should I go to the doctor? Because he was like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. And the one to figure out what's wrong with you, we can't do. Which is an MRI. But anyway, other than that, I'm just debating what I'm going to do this week. Besides work, um, I gotta make an appointment with the local DMV so I can get my license updated. Get my license updated and get new tags for the car. Cause I get a picture and I had to do that real ID crap. So I had to make sure I know where my birth certificate is. So I gotta make sure I set up an appointment so that way I don't sit in there for 3 to 4 hours. And sometimes they say, oh yeah, so otherwise I had to take a whole day off. Go there in the morning, punch in and say, okay. And then when they say, oh yeah, and they'll text you and say, hey, you're about to be up in like 15 minutes. And I had to rush back over there. I mean, I could do that, but, that's too much time. I said, well, so if I can get it by the end of the week or the end of next week, that'd be awesome. A lot of things going on. Right now, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to read for this week. Should I read something more intense or something light? Right now, there's 2 books that I'm running that I'm thinking of, and these 2 books I'm looking to read. Think about reading this. Fantastic Four: The End Is Forever. This came about around about the time where when Fox had the rights to the Fantastic Four, but they was making, they made it crap. They made a remake of it, of the movie, of the Fantastic Four. And it was kind of crappy. I kind of liked it, but it was crappy. And so they said, you know what, we're not going to promote this book. This is a flagship book that Marvel said they're not going to do. We're not going to publish it. It's a flagship book because they don't have the rights. I'm like, really now? They did the same thing for X-Men. We're not going to produce any X-Men books because, we don't have the rights to the movie. Okay. A lot of Marvel people, a lot of people was like crying foul. And the other one is The Death of Wolverine. Something I've been waiting to read for a while. Something I've been waiting to read for a while. So I don't know which one I'm going to read. Who knows? I might end up reading both. Or there's one other one I was thinking about reading, but I'm going to keep that separate for now. But right now, other than that, I'll probably just take it easy a couple days, see if the pain goes away. If the pain goes away in the next couple days, I can go back to the gym. Not a big deal. If it doesn't, that means I have to wait a little bit longer. Do what I can, and that's it. Problem is that when you're in pain, things matter. I mean, for example, picking up, stretching up some stuff. Stretching. All right, now it's fine because I'm not putting any weight on it, not pressurizing it, and just standard movement. Now, for example, when I start picking stuff up and try to reach for some stuff, I'm like, oh boy, it's painful. But other than that, everything seems really good. My mental state right now is really on the up and up. I don't feel depressed. I don't feel anything like that. My sleeping patterns is still fucked up, but that's okay. But other than that, like I said, I'm doing really. I feel great. I feel great. And personally, when my mind feels great like that, everything seems to work more smoothly. Even though my pocketbook may not be the best, but as long as you have that mental, once that mental state, that mental state goes, that's all that matters. So with that, try to find the only thing I want to say to you guys is try to find happiness some way, shape, or form. If you try to find some kind of happiness, okay? And with that, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day.